All right, guys. So we all know we are going to start, with Azure and DevOps. This is going to be the day one class, correct? So in that scenario, right, I'm gonna explain you about the course content and things and stuff. And now, right, I'm gonna talk about this Azure and DevOps session, right? We are planning to take, somewhere around 40 to 45 hours of session. It is. Okay, it is not going to be one day class or it's not going to be a 2 day class. It is literally 40 hours of session. It is okay. I'm purely planning to take it on Saturday, Sunday, weekend. Many of them requested me for weekend batch, so I literally planning to take care of this weekend. So Saturday 2.5 hours, Sunday 2.5 hours. That is my action plan. Okay, weekly 5 hours. That is my plan. So by the way, we can have 1.5 month, approximate 6 to 7 weekend. I'm planning to have. Okay. So this is the action plan. So today it's a very first class, right? Introduction class. Again, I don't want you guys to push it to 1 hour, 2 hours, something like that. Today I'll just give 30 minutes of brief introduction. Based on that, you guys go through it. Okay, you do some research. If anybody interested, you can be part of my batch, which is starting from tomorrow exactly. So today, what are the things we are going to discuss? Today, I'm going to talk you about what are the important topics is really mandatory for today's Azure and DevOps perspective, and how to prepare for Azure and DevOps interview. In addition to that, how are we going to deal with real project use cases and customer requirement? Everything I'm going to show you today. Okay, this is the outline and agenda. Fine. So before starting, my name is Hari. I'm working as a senior cloud consultant where I'm taking care of Azure, GCP, AWS, DevOps, Kubernetes. All those things is my day-to-day activity. So apart from this 12 years of experience, right, past 7 to 8 years, right, along with high tech, we are providing these kind of real-time project-based training to people. Okay, this is the background about me and the company. So now let's get started. Before understanding Azure, right, we should know about the technology called cloud computing. Okay, because by the way, cloud computing is the reason today we are all talking about Azure, AWS, GCP, and things and stuff. So what is cloud computing is all about? Almost all of you knows about cloud computing, but still I'll give a quick recall. So if you take 4 to 5 years before, right, each and every organization, they had their own physical data center, guys. Okay, every organization, they had their own physical data center. Initially, right, there is no option for cloud and all. Okay, so what happens when you are having your own physical data center, you have to manage all your server, storages, networking devices, everything. It will be available in the form of physical. So we need to buy all the component. We need to maintain all the component. It is quite, a headache process, I can say. Later only every organization realized, okay, managing data center, it's not a good idea going forward. So we can better move to cloud computing. So that point they have migrated to cloud computing. So when people migrated to cloud computing, what is the advantage for them? There are plenty of cloud service providers available in market. Example, Azure, GCP, AWS, many of them. What they will do, behalf of you and behalf of your organization, they are taking the responsibility of managing your data center. All the physical component like physical storage, physical server, application servers and networking devices, everything, the cloud service provider will take care of it. Whenever you need any server or storage things and stuff, right, virtually you can access over the internet. Okay, literally we are going to use pay as you go model. Whatever you are consuming, right, you're gonna pay for that. If backend, what hardware it is, what is the price of the hardware, what you will do if the hardware failure, nothing. It's not your responsibility totally. Cloud service provider will take care of it. Okay, so this is about cloud computing. So there are lots of people are providing these services. I can list, Microsoft Azure. We have a huge competitor for Azure. One is Amazon Web Service, another one is Google Cloud, IBM Cloud, VMware Cloud, GoGrid Cloud, Alibaba Cloud, Salesforce Cloud. Lot many people are there who providing cloud services. But in this huge crowd, I can spot really three members are really peak today. Okay, we cannot deny that. One is Microsoft Azure, same way GCP, Google Cloud Platform, and same way Amazon Web Service. These three cloud platforms are really peak today. There are huge job opportunity for these three clouds. Here, I'm going to tell you about which cloud providers is best for today's career and people's, better job opportunity, all those things. Whenever I used to take any corporate training, whenever I take training for the senior people's, right, they used to ask me this question: Hey, Hari, should I go with AWS or should I go with Azure or GCP? Which one you can suggest? So basically, if you take, to be honest, AWS is the senior guy in the market. Lots of people are using AWS. There is no doubt in that. But the fact is all about Engineers like you and me, okay, technical person like you and me, there are lots of people already available for AWS. Okay, there are lots of people already available for AWS. But after AWS, the next place, right, Azure taking the place. So if you count the number of engineers for Azure and DevOps, it's very, very limited. There is no engineer available for Azure functionality. Okay, that is what I'm telling. Azure and DevOps today play a huge role. There are lots of job opportunity, but very limited people available for Azure and DevOps. The another advantage with Azure and DevOps, right? Maybe see 25 members are attending session now. So think about yourself. You may have a 2 years experience. Somebody will have a 5 years experience. Somebody will have a 10 years experience. Few of them having 15 years experience. Okay, that category of people are available. I'm telling. Similar way, say your current background. So current today, you may be having knowledge on. You are working in databases, database engineer, or you are okay, working as a system administrator, or you are working as a cloud engineer, or you are working as a testing engineer. Whatever it is, Azure giving you opportunity. Whatever experience you have, whatever the technology today you are working with, no matter at all, you can easily adopt your career with Azure without wasting your previous experience. There are some tips and trips are there. If you know that, you can also even change your career to cloud computing. Okay, this is the honest fact. So now what I will do, I'll just move on to my next slide. In order to change our career, currently you may be working in different technology or platform, but many of them very much interested in changing their career to Azure kind of cloud with DevOps. In that case, in order to change your career, right, first you need to clear the interview. Correct. When you are clearing your interview, only then you will get an opportunity to work in any Azure DevOps project. Without clearing the interview rate, definitely that is not possible. This is the first step. So keep in mind, if anybody preparing to change your career to Azure and DevOps, you need to prepare with interview preparation. Only then you will be able to clear it. So coming to interview, right? While talking about interview, I should share my experience because I am interviewer. Whenever there is a requirement in my project, right, I used to take the interview. So I know what are the expectation of every interviewer. Today, every company made it as a 3 months is a notice period. So when we are recruiting for the people, right, we don't have time to wait. So we are very much conscious and very much curious to pick the candidate who are already working in Azure and DevOps. We don't want people like you. Okay, why? Because you may be working in different platform. You are very new to Azure and DevOps. You maybe learned Azure and DevOps somewhere and came for the interview. We don't want such people. We are very much important to pick, the people who already work in Azure and DevOps. Now you can ask me, hey Hari, then what is our situation? How can we overcome this challenge? So to overcome this challenge, right, first you need to stop doing one mistake. The mistake is all about many people, right? They are totally depends on YouTube and Udemy. Only for the namesake, it's available for the free. Okay, because if something available free, we are the first person to grab that. So only for the namesake, it's available for the free. They totally forget about their career. They totally forget about their future. They are more and more depends on YouTube and Udemy. End of the day, right? They are overloaded with lots of theory content and lots of configuration and installation knowledge. When candidate coming for the interview, when I'm asking some live project scenario basis questions, right? Can you tell about your project? Can you please explain about your architecture of your Azure current environment? Can you tell me what is the recent automation you have done? Can you please tell me about your roles and responsibility in current Azure and DevOps project? These kind of scenario basis questions, right? People, they won't be able to answer it since because they have learned YouTube and Udemy. Nobody in the YouTube and Udemy, they are ready to teach real-time project scenarios. So that is the reason I'm telling whoever is really very much interested in changing their career, right? You have to go with Azure real-time project-based knowledge that really, really matters. Only then you can clear your interview. Otherwise, you cannot even change your project. Now, you might have some question. Hey, Hari, I'm totally agree with you. The point, whatever you are telling. But how come it's practically possible for me? Where should I go and learn all these real project use cases? How come it's very possible? Because I'm totally new to Azure. That is the reason I'm attending a session. So how come I'll get the real-time project knowledge? Don't worry. That is the reason I'm sitting in front of you. Okay, I have one document with me. I'll show you. Okay, I have one document with me. Okay, I'll show you. This document is all about. It should be this guy. Yeah. This document, right, almost 3 months for me to create, and every weekend I used to update this document. Why? Personally, if you ask me, because I'm the one who going to take care of this entire batch. I'm the batch owner. So personally, I'm telling, I'm closely worked around 7 to 8 different Azure infrastructure, Azure projects. As a freelancer, close to 15 to 20 different infrastructure I have architected by my own. Based upon all those exposure, right, I have created this document purely with live project use cases. When you go through this document, right, you will be familiarized with all the real-time project use cases, whichever is really needed for the interview perspective and live real project working perspective. Literally, I am trying to convey the day-to-day activity of each and every Azure DevOps. Here, if you go through this, right, lots of client live project use cases are available. Okay, just go through that. See, understand the structure of the document. We have section 1 for Azure IAM. We have section 2, right, which is virtual machine. Okay, if we come down, we have section 3, right, which is storage account. All right. When you come down, section 4, which is VNet, you understood, right? Each Azure services I have categorized as each dedicated section. But one thing you want to understand, the big paragraphs. The big paragraphs are your client requirement, guys. When you work on a live project, right, your client will either they will create a ticket in their ticketing tool, or they will send you an email regarding this requirement only. You need to understand the client requirement. You need to provide the solution accordingly. So here, okay, let me explain some of the real project use cases. See, even we can take this use case. See, my client TVS. Just imagine TVS. I am just taken for the example. This is not exactly my project. Just imagine TVS is the one client. We are all supporting for TVS infrastructure. Currently, TVS infrastructure present and available in Azure cloud platform. My TVS client, they wanted to launch a website publicly along with the database server in the backend. They need two network. First network for web, second network for TV. So what they are trying to say, establish the network connectivity between web and database servers. We need to establish the connectivity between web server and database server. That is very important. Note, see, whenever client gave a requirement, there will be a twist, right? What is the twist here? Note, no need of public access to my database servers. Ensure only my website can have a public network access. Got it? What they are trying to say, since in your DB servers only, you will store all your critical data, crucial data, everything. Correct? So when in that case, okay, they don't want to give public connectivity to your database as per Azure recommendation. They wanted to give public connectivity to your web server. They wanted to give public connectivity to web server. This is one of the client requirement. This is one of the scenario. So when you work on a live project, right, you will be getting the use case and requirement from your client like these only, like these. So what you need to do now? So you have to understand the requirement. You need to provide the solution for that. So in our class, I told you, right, 40 hours of session. Every hours, okay, each and every 1 hour, we will be taking one real project use cases like that. We will be deriving the solution in front of you. This is our action plan. So end of 40th day of session, right, you will be familiarized with 40 different live project use cases. 40 different live project use cases. That is very important, right? Think about it. Now you are completed all the course, Azure and DevOps. You know all the real-time project use cases. Now you go and attend any interview, right? You'll be able to easily crack your interview. So by attending these kind of live project scenario basis training, right? Minimum you can portray 2 to 3 years of work experience in your profile. I know, you are totally new to Azure and DevOps environment, but by learning these kind of live project scenario basis training, right? You can portray minimum 2 to 3 years of work experience in your profile. That is the action plan. Now people will have confusion. Hey Hari, if you're directly taking these kind of live project use cases, will I be able to understand? Because I'm totally new. No need to worry about it. I have planned this much cleverly, then you have to think about me. Because this course has been purely designed for the beginners, which means we are starting from the basics, which means what is cloud computing, what is Azure in that level. Slowly, day by day, we are increasing the load to your content, and at the end of the day, right, we are literally completing all these stuff and things. That is the action plan. So you're starting from the scratch. Only pre-requirement, whatever knowledge you have currently, that is fine. You need to understand my English. If you're able to understand my English, that is the only pre-requirement. Remaining all my responsibility, I'll take care of it. You don't want to worry about it. Okay, fine guys. Similar way, right? We have lots of use cases. Okay, section 5 load balancer. My client need a web service should be running high availability. Blah blah blah. All those things. Okay. So similar way, section 6 if you go, VM scale set again. Real-time project use cases. It keeps going. Okay. I cannot explain all these things in one session, so I'm just showing you high level. Okay, later we'll go get into that each and every topic. We'll learn about it. Okay, no need to bother about it. Fine. Now I'm going to show you another content. Even though I'm showing all these real-time project use cases and all, right? People again they will tell, "Hey Hari, share the course content." You are taking real project use case or not? I don't mind about it, but I want to see the course content. Okay, some people will not satisfy. For them, right? See, this is the exact course content. We are starting from introduction to cloud computing, which means what is cloud? That level we are starting. And introduction to Azure, I'm giving. Okay, what is Azure? okay, how to create a lab account. Okay, tomorrow itself we'll be setting the lab free tier account in Azure. Everything we're going to do it. And section 3, right? Azure Identity and Access Management. Section 4, Azure Virtual Machines. Section 5, we'll be discussing about Azure Virtual Networking. Section 6, we'll be discussing about Azure Storage Account. Section 7, we'll be discussing about Azure Load Balancers. And section 8, right, we'll be discussing about Azure VM Scale Set. And section 9, we'll be discussing about Azure Monitoring. And section 10, right, we'll be discussing about Azure DNS. And section 11, right, we'll be discussing about Azure Database. And section 12, we'll be discussing about Azure App Services. And section 13, we'll be discussing about Azure Active Directory. Section 14, we'll be discussing about Azure Backup and Recovery. So here we are completing Azure administration part. From now onwards, section 15 onward, we are starting Azure DevOps concepts. In Azure DevOps, right, we are giving you the introduction because people doesn't even know what is DevOps. So what is DevOps, why we need DevOps, what is the possible automation, everything will give the introduction. Then we'll start with Python basics because Python basic is a crucial one. And the Linux basics, 17 Linux basic, because without Linux you cannot learn DevOps. And section 18 will be going with the PowerShell. Okay, Azure PowerShell. Then we'll be going with Azure ARM, Azure Resource Manager. How are we going to automate the Azure infrastructure? All those things we'll learn. And section 12, right, we'll be going with Azure Terraform. Okay, we'll be going with Azure Terraform. Section 21, we'll go with Azure Kubernetes. Got it. Section 12, we'll go with Azure Kubernetes. And section 22, we'll be talk with and deal with Azure Jenkins. Okay, how are we going to set up a pipeline? All those things we'll see here. And section 23, right, we'll deal with Azure Functions. Okay, inbuilt automation tool of Azure. And section 24, we'll go with Ansible. How are we going to use configuration management tool in Azure platform? How are we going to automate all the servers? And finally, section 25, we'll be having real-time project use case. Some more real use cases, special use cases, we'll be discussing about it. So in addition to that, one point I missed here, you will be learning about Docker as well. Okay, you'll be learning about Docker as well in this course. Forgot to mention in this. This is what overall the content, guys. So what I will do now, I'll just simply go. I'll share the both course content in the chat box. Okay, whatever I explained. This is our website. Here I can go and see what is the where we are located, all those information about background about high tech and myself. You can see it. Okay, I'll share the website link. Also, this link, whatever specifically I'm sharing, right here you can get Azure and DevOps course content. Okay, you can go ahead. You can have a look on it. If you come down, so here a couple of things will be there. One is Azure AWS DevOps and Azure DevOps. You can go ahead and focus on this one. Okay, I've shared the two links. You can go through that. Okay, maybe not now, later, not immediate. Later, okay. So fine, guys. Even you can search it in Google, high tech institution. You will came to know what people gave, provide feedback about us. Okay, you can go ahead. You can see the feedback and all and reviews and all. You can go through. Fine. So session, right, which is starting from tomorrow, guys. September 2. I mean, sorry, it's not about September. It's about October. So I made a small mistake. Okay, it's about October. Still, I'm in the mindset I didn't come out from the things of September. Okay, sorry, my handwriting little poor when I'm typing online. Understood? This is October. So which is starting from tomorrow. This session only on weekend, Saturday and Sunday. We don't have any other slot because many of them requested for me for weekend batches. So Saturday 8 to 10:30 and this, even Sunday also 8 to 10:30. So totally I'm planning to cover 5 hours in a week. Okay, so overall 40 hours of session. So I'm planning to have 6 weekend. Okay. 6 to 7 weekend. I'm planning to 1.5 months. You can consider. Okay, 6 weekend. We can consider both Azure administration and Azure DevOps both. So probably you can go for the certification also. After the session, you can go for the certification as well. We have a certification team. We'll help you to complete all your certification, whatever you really need. So we have a separate WhatsApp group, guys. For starting batch tomorrow, we have a separate WhatsApp group. In the group, right, we are planning to have 5 to 8 members in the batch. Okay. People who are interested, you can share your name and contact number to me. I'll be adding you in my WhatsApp group. From tomorrow onwards, you can attend the actual session. So from this crowd, right, 20 people are attending a session. No, from here, I'm planning to take 5 members. I'm going to add it in my WhatsApp group. So now I'll talk about the fee structure and all. Generally, if you go right for Azure course and DevOps course, 2 courses combined and we are taking here. Generally, if you go and check outside, people are taking it for 20,000, 25,000, something like that. But here it is very, very affordable one. We are going to provide flat 75% of discount. If you want, you can compare my course fee and course content with outside people. You'll came to know about it. But however, we are providing flat 75% of discount, right? You don't want to pay the full fee now. For enrolling, I told you, right, the first 5 member I'm going to take. The people for enrolling tomorrow session, you can go ahead, you can pay simply 500 rupee, either through Google Pay or Phone Pay, net banking, credit card, debit card, whatever, whichever convenient to you. So you can simply pay 500 now. You can attend the session tomorrow. You can go through it. If you're really satisfied with the tomorrow session also, then you can proceed with the next installment. Okay. So that is the action plan. So now I'll tell you what is the actual course fee. All right. So if you take Azure, right, generally outside, if you go, people are taking up to 14,000, but here for entire Azure course, 4,999 only. When you take DevOps, right, that course people are outside, they are charging up to 18,000, but here we are going with 6,999 only. When you calculate 4,999 and 6,999, how much overall it will be? 12,000 rupees, guys. But this time we are going with a combo offer, Azure course plus DevOps course. Not this time going to be 12,000, just 9,999 only with multiple installment also possible. So even for enrolling it as a first installment, as an enrollment, you are going to pay simply 500 now, so that I can add you in my WhatsApp group, so that you can attend the session from tomorrow onwards. This is the action plan. So this 500 enrollment fee inclusive of this 9,999. Okay, it's not a separate amount. This is inclusive of this 9,999. This is the overall. So you can have an installment also possible. There is no problem with that. Okay, fine, guys. Now people, whoever really interested, whoever really wanted to be in my batch, go ahead and share your name and contact number in the chat box. Go to meeting. Okay, in the meeting we have a chat option. Share your name and contact number privately to me. I am an organizer. I am a presenter. Since you are sharing your personal information like name and contact number and all, it should be private, no? So send it privately to me. So I'll collect your number probably after the session, right? I'll give a call back to you. Before enrolling, if you have any question or doubt, anything need to be clarified with me, right? You can talk to me. I can clarify it out. Then you can go for enrollment. There is no problem in that. Okay. So I have a separate WhatsApp group. I'll be adding you guys in my WhatsApp group. Okay. So people, whoever wanted to really interested, whoever ready to enroll by paying 500 rupee now, okay, you can share your name and contact number in the chat box. Go to meeting, having chat. You can send your detail privately to me so that your name and number will be secure. So let's say I'll take 2 minutes of attention. I'll read out the people name. So far, whoever shared the name and number. Sandeep Gona, thank you, Sandeep Gona. You are a first person. I got your number. I'll give a call back to you. If you have any doubt or question, clarify with me so that I'll take you into my batch. Thank you, Kumar. I got your number. I'll give a call back to you. All right. Thank you, Santosh. I got your number. I'll give a call back to you. Thank you, Mohan. Mohan, I think you are from outside India. You need to share your detail with country code. Only then I can reach you out. All right. Guys, make use of the GoToMeeting chat. You can send it to me. Okay. And keep in mind, we all professional people, right? We all working in IT. We all educated. If you are genuinely interested, if you are really interested, if you are really wanted to learn this Azure and DevOps, share your number. Okay. Don't share for time pass, because many people, right, what they are doing without even knowing why people are sharing number. I am also sharing. With that mindset, they are sharing it. Don't do that mistake. We are professional people. We are educated. Okay. We are working in very reputed company. So we have to be, behave like professionals. So keep in mind, if you are genuinely interested in learning Azure and DevOps from the scratch to advance, go ahead and share your number. Don't do it for time pass and things and stuff. All right. Fine, guys. Sandeep Gona, thank you. I got your number. I'll give a call back. Shukinder Sadi or someone. Yeah, I got your number. I'll give a call back. Thank you, Kumar. I got your number. I'll give a call back to you. I'll add you in my WhatsApp group. Thank you, Mohan. I got your number. I'll give a call back. I'll add you in my group. Thank you, Satish. Thank you, Kavya. I got your number. I'll give a call back to you. So fine, guys. Others, quickly go ahead and share your number, guys. So let us take 2 minutes of attention quickly. And another thing, each and every session, right, we'll be providing lifetime access to the recording. If you're not able to attend the live session, no need to bother about it. We'll be providing a lifetime access to the recording. So something like this. Okay, we'll share daily notes. We'll share all the documents and material, everything, whatever is really needed for Azure. And apart from that, we'll give you all the interview data, certification guidance. Okay, 100% clearance of certification is that it could be 104 or 900, whatever it is, we are there to support you. And job support, okay, interview guidance, resume preparation, sample present, each and everything, guys, complete bundle you will get. Okay, along with the recording, lifetime access you will get. Live training you can attend. Parallelly, you can attend the recording session also. When you are practicing, you can do that. All right. Session which is starting from tomorrow morning itself. We don't have much time now. Right, immediate itself. We'll be calling the people. We'll be getting the enrollment. We'll start the batch. Okay.